Welcome everyone to another episode of The Wood from the Trees, coming from Vision 85. We have Matt again, who said he didn't want to drink. Yeah, he's drinking my drink, but it's only pissed me off because I was late. And the only reason I'm late is because Ian was late. But Ian, thanks a million for coming.
Here, I've had enough of your show, right? Don't be telling me I'm late. He rings me 3 hours ago and goes, "Hey, do you want to come on a podcast? It's about 3 hours on the other side of the country." I says, "No bother, Dave. I'll get it done." I says, "Now, I might be a bit late." And then you start putting up stories on Instagram saying, "Oh, this lad's late, this lad's late." I says, "Thanks very much, Dave.
Look, that's just the way it is, boys. You have to fucking deal with it. I only realised that I have to burst through a few podcasts, and of course my brother Sean let me down again. That's the story of our lives. And then my sister let me down. So I can organise all podcasts with all people unless it's my family, and then they let you down. And then I had promised I'd get one with you, and you're always on holidays. You're a lorry driver that's just always on holidays.
That's what you think.
You live the dream.
Well, sure, look, come here. Why wouldn't you? Like
I had Don on.
It looks that way.
I had Don on.
Yeah.
And Don
only does 4 days away at a time because he doesn't want to be too far away from his mum. God love him.
God love him. Yeah. He gets it done though.
He gets it done. Don's some man. Don is some man.
You're only after being back from where? India?
Bali, yeah. Indonesia, yeah. It's further away from India again. So it's like it'd be like Australia's Tenerife. That's how far away it is.
Put this closer to your face.
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, I can't hear anything in the headphones. They're
sure, you've only one on your ear.
No, sure. Oh, I can hear it out this side. And you swear I don't do this. Like, I know. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to be a professional, like.
Oh, there we go. We're in there now, Matt. Fair play to you.
Anyway, holidays. Oh, yeah. You went to Bali.
I went to Bali, yeah. I was there for 16 days. I was there with my
That's a long time.
I figured out while I was over there, I don't really like going away for that long a time. Like,
Have you ever went that long before?
Yeah, I went for 2 weeks away to the States and stuff, but with the States it's like it's never ending stuff to do and stuff I'm interested in, like cars, buses, trucks, like getting that moves, do you know what I mean? But over there it's just you're out there and there's not much there other than like you eat and drink and you see, like there's loads of stuff to go and see and stuff, but like the heat is just, it's insane. Like you get sick of it real quick. Like, did
your girlfriend make you go?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Did she?
It was her thing that she wanted to go and do, so I said I'd go and do it. Or we were meant to go actually before the pandemic or anything like that, but obviously then we bought a house and stuff like that, so we put it on the back burner, and this year was the first year that Bali was open again. And God, man,
how long of a flight?
19 hours in total. Like, so there was the first flight across to Dubai was 9 hours, and then the second flight was 10 and a half.
I go mad.
Here, you'd be fit to kill someone after.
What did you talk about on the way over?
Nothing. I said to her, "Shut up, will you? I'm going to watch Harry Potter here now. I'll talk to you when I get there." Like,
did you watch Harry Potter?
No, she said that to me. I didn't really say that to her. She boxed the head at me.
Do you like Harry Potter?
I tell you what it is. It's more to the point that I only ever watched the first 2 films, and then ever since that, there was like this aura around Harry Potter. It's like, if you're not in, you can't win. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, kind of like Star Wars. I missed out on that whole boat. So I was like, right, I have time.
Have you never watched Star Wars?
Never.
Any of them?
No, and my uncle's mad about
Star Trek?
None of them.
Do you not watch films?
No, not really, no. Don't have time for them. Too busy.
Fuck off.
I swear to God.
How, all your life, you've been too busy?
Yeah.
Since you were a child?
Since I was about 16, I haven't had any time. I swear to God. People, my life looks great on Instagram, like, you know what I mean? But people don't realise that I'm flat out all the time. Well,
I'm doing it again, so for people that don't know you, I'm going to have to go back to the beginning.
Are you going to give me an introduction, are you?
Yeah, I'll give you an introduction.
I hope it's a good one.
So, Ian Grant, I met him when I went up to a hospital to get a penis reduction. Yeah. And he was getting penis augmentation. He was looking for a bigger... I know. So, you work for Grant Transport.
That's right.
It's a family business.
Mm-hmm.
Your father. You.
Me.
Shane.
Brother.
And
well, it's not really me at all. It's them two, and I kind of just... I became the obligatory face of the company.
You're the silent I.
Exactly, yeah. And in Ansport.
And when you were younger growing up, did you like want nothing got to do with lorries, or were you always there, Daddy? I want to go with you. Sit on your knee. Let me steer.
That's what happened to you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then you learned how to steer, all right.
Yeah.
You learned how to pull in every direction. Did you?
Yeah. But did you have any interest in it?
No.
Was it just school? Were you good in school?
No, I hate school too.
So you hate school, you didn't want to drive the lorries?
Mad about cars. See, my older brother was into his cars, whatever, and then when I seen him into cars, I was like, oh, fuck it. I used to do rollerblading and skating. I used to go all around Ireland and Europe and stuff like that.
Whoa, go back. You used to do rollerblading?
Yeah, like...
did you wear hot pants?
No, not half pants. No, it was aggressive skating. So it was like jumping ramps and fucking doing proper stuff, like, you know what I mean?
Could you do like somersaults and?
I wouldn't do it now, like, you know what I mean? But I used to do a bit, like, you know, and I used to make videos on that. That's where the whole YouTube. I
want to see them videos, or didn't have it.
I don't think they're out there anymore. I think YouTube got rid of them.
So am I envisioning the right thing? So you're skating with your rollerblades, and you do a backflip, and then you're going backwards, and you're looking behind you, and tight trousers on, pair of socks up as far as your knees.
Yeah, and big t-shirt as well, big oversized t-shirt, like, in skate park, and then we go cruising around Dublin City or whatever. Like, I was only 12, and
so you lived in Dublin City? See?
No, I didn't. I lived in Drogheda at the time.
So you
only just moved there.
So you got a lift into Dublin City to skateboard?
Got the bus. I was 12. Got the bus. Met all my friends in Swords. That's where I'm originally from, and then from there distribute out. Like, because once you're in Dublin, like, you can get anywhere within 100-kilometer radius, fairly handy. Like, and it was cheap enough at the time. You wouldn't do it now. Like, you wouldn't send your 12-year-old child off on a bus these days. Like, you know. It wasn't that long ago. But
and did they let you into town every day on your own skating?
Yeah.
No bother.
I was the middle child there. I think it was shy about me. Like,
anything creepy ever happen? Anyone tried to abduct you? Or?
Not that I remember, like, because we were all fucking weird. There was always a big massive gang of us. Like, there was older lads, and then there was a couple of younger lads, but like there was always a group of about 30 or 40 of us. So like
30 or 40.
Yeah. There was.
Could you imagine?
You'd want to see it, like,
seeing these cunts coming up the street
and wrecking.
But you were one of them as well.
Were you? Did you do the aggressive skating?
No, just like skating around, like.
The aggressive skating, you went around with a big fucking frown on you.
Jesus, we were sheltered. I wasn't in town until I was fucking 16 or 17.
We were fucked outside the door the second we were about 5. Go on out there and don't come back until it's dark, like.
So, what was your first job to buy these cars?
First job I ever had, I was 16. Now, at the time when I was leaving school, recession was a big thing. Like, there was fucking nothing going. Like, I really wanted to be a mechanic. Really tried to get an apprenticeship. Like, I done a shite junior cert and I hated school, so I was mad to get into an apprenticeship.
What subjects were you most shit
at? Maths, English and Irish. All the basic.
How shit?
Oh, terrible. Like, for me leaving cert, I done foundation, everything, and I think I got 25 points in my leaving cert. Really bad, like 25 points out of like 600, like.
Jesus.
Really, but I didn't try, like, see what I mean? Like, I literally just went in. You had a half an hour in there, so you went in, wrote your name down. I sat there, looked at the wall for half an hour. I said, "Get me the fuck out of here." After half an hour, stick the hand up. Good luck, I'm gone. Went off with my mates, smoking things I shouldn't have been smoking. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mickeys.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You knew you wanted to do something else. Like this was your junior cert, and you probably just didn't care. Or were you just not able to do maths?
Just hate it. Just didn't want to be there. I fucking hated people telling me what to do, man. Really didn't like it. Just I wouldn't listen. That was my biggest problem.
And did you listen at home?
No.
So you were a problem child.
I was a bollocks. I was an awful bollocks. My mother, she'd write a book on me, like, you know. I was a bollocks. I used to. I won't even get into it. I used to be a right cunt. Still am.
So how did you? If you couldn't get a job, say during the recession,
yeah.
And you were knocking around.
How, like 2011, 2012.
Who's giving you money?
So my mother and father used to give me €15 a week. Like, that was your pocket money for the weekend or whatever to go out. So I was 16 and I got a job, and the only job going was a local super value job. And like, it was a shit job, man. They give you like 4 or 6 hours a week just facing the shelves at the end of the day. Yeah, you might get an extra like 20 or 30 quid out of that if you're lucky, like, because the minimum wage for a 16-year-old back then was like a $5 or something, $5 an hour. So you'd walk away with near enough 50 bob at the end of the week, and just used to go drinking with all my friends when I was about 16. Like, you know,
you used to do what?
We used to go drinking in the field every single weekend, and yeah, that's all I did for the first when I was 16.
How much drinking would you do with that much money? You probably would do a lot.
Would you do all right, Alva. So I would, like, if you had 40 quid, let's just say, you get 2 2-litre bottles of cider, you know, like Scrumpy Jack. Do you ever hear of Scrumpy Jack?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. They're either that or Druids. Do you know Druids? The cider Druids. Yeah, that's the order.
Not shaking his head there.
Yeah. And that's like, I know what you're talking
He knows.
about. Yeah, he was in a ditch before with Druids, weren't you? Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we used to do. We used to get 8 cans of that. That was like a tenner. And then I used to smoke cigarettes or rollies back in the day, $5 for a box of rollies. Then on a Saturday morning, me and the lads used to go down to Dunstars and Scotch Hall and Drogheda, got a roll and something to eat, and then we went drinking and came back, and Saturday night absolutely scuttered trying to hide it from my man and dad. But sure, never got away with it, like, you know, always got caught.
So what was the turning point?
The turning point was when we finished school, leaving cert was done, Debs and all that stuff was all out of the way, and then I got, what was I doing then? I got a really good job because I was stacking shelves in Super Value, and now there was still nothing else. I've been looking for something else for the year after until I was about 18. And then I applied for a job in Aer Lingus, like, and at the time there was no work on in the airport at all. Like, and to get in there was serious. Like, it was a really big deal to get in there at the time. So I put in a CV for Aer Lingus to drive. Did you ever see the catering trucks on the side of on the runway? Like, they go up to the side of the plane and there's a box body on the back of it and it lifts up on a scissor jack and loads of plane. I got a job doing that.
How was that advertised?
It was just put up on, I think it was on Facebook. You know, like when a newspaper advertised jobs or whatever, like, or whatever, they're looking for this. There was 5 jobs and 17,000 people applied for it. And me and 4 people got.
How'd you get it?
I just pretended I knew someone in there. So, and then I got called in for the interview and they said, do you have any experience with trucks? And I said, yeah, my dad has his own trucks or whatever, and I just load them in the yard, and I got the job.
Had you a car license?
Had a car license at the time, yeah. I had a provisional. I think I just got me full when I started in there. And I got me full license because they wouldn't have given me the job otherwise. So I was driving a Ridge in the airport just after getting my car license, like in through security, going up and loading these like 80 million euro planes. Like, so I did that for about a year, made shitloads of money at that.
Was that good money?
I was 18 taking home €1,000 a week when no one had a job. Like, do you know, it was mental. Like, did mad hours. Like, you'd do shift work and you'd, like, some days they'd say, do you want to do a 16-hour shift, like a double shift basically in one day? And I'd take anything. Like, I didn't care.
Would you take anything?
No.
Why did you leave that job?
I didn't leave it. They lost the contract to cater for Emirates. You know, Emirates, the airline, they were catering for them and doing all their halal kitchen, so all the Arabic food or whatever. And basically, they lost the contract for it next door. And me and 60 other people, they had a whole kitchen full of chefs cooking all this food, and they got let go of all them, let go of the 5 drivers they took on, and got rid of like half their staff. Yes, it just disappeared overnight. It's just literally just before Christmas. I'll never forget. And I was like, fuck, I'm out of a job here. And just before, I knew it was kind of going to come to an end around Christmas because there was talks of them losing that contract. And then my dad goes, well, you're not going to get your rigid license while you're already driving them. Then got my rigid license, and then literally after that, walked straight into my dad. Got a job with him. Literally the day I started with him, got the rigid straight down the road to Kilkenny, and that was it. It's been there on and off there for the past 8 years ever since.
What age are you?
I'm 26.
26, geez, you're only a chap.
Yeah.
And when you were talking about drinking, you might as well have went fado many years ago.
Yeah, feels like it now. It's aged me terrible.
Yeah, I do forget that you're only a chap. And like, you're not doing too bad now for a chap. You have your house there and you have... Well, when you got your job with your father, did you find it difficult to go from working for people that you don't know to working for family?
No, with the Aer Lingus job, I didn't really have a boss because it was all... In a big place like that, it's all plausible deniability. Do you know what I mean? Oh, if I didn't know, it didn't happen. And it was SIP2 were in there like big time. So nothing could ever happen to you. Like, no one ever told you actually to do anything. You were put on a crew for the day and then you got assigned flights and then that was it. Like, you didn't actually deal with anybody. You went in, seen on the board, grant, work away and off you go. Like, we used to be in the airport. We wouldn't have a flight for 2 hours. I'd go down to Sars Village and get my haircut and then go out and get something to eat and meet my friends and then come back and do the flight and then go home. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. Those days are gone, but... Yeah,
did you ever see anything mad in the airport?
Oh, loads of stuff, man. Seeing like loads of bodies and stuff coming out of planes. Not bodies, but like caskets and stuff like that. And then there was a Chinese guy I worked with, and he was actually trafficking people through there. This only came out a couple of years later. I didn't know about it at the time. But everyone...
How do you traffic people on a plane?
So basically, so people came off, they didn't have visas, right? So they can get on a flight in their own country, don't check their visas, come across to Ireland from just say Asia or whatever, or through Dubai or anything. You don't have to do any customs or anything like that through there. So he was bringing, I'd say it was family members for him, like, because he came from China or whatever. So he was bringing people in, like, he was offloading the plane. And as we were offloading the plane, basically people were getting off the plane, like, from the flight that just landed. And he brought people in, put them into the truck, brought them around to the edge of the car park, let them out at the edge of the runway and into the car park, and away they went. Turned that out. About 200 or 300 people who smuggled into Ireland. Yeah, mad. And I didn't know about it, so the only reason I found out about it was because everyone that was doing it with him got called in for an interview with the cops. And that's how I found out about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I never knew it. He was a mad hero.
Did you ever hit a plane?
Yeah.
And did you
didn't hit it. Like, I caught it with when you were loading them. There was this platform you walked out onto and 2 gates that slid out so you didn't fall off it. Like, and there was a screw sticking out one of the top of the gates. And I pushed it out. I didn't even look. Straight into the door of the plane. And I only noticed that as you start to go down and see. Well, it wasn't me. It was actually the other fella, but I was there while it happened, and we all got the blame.
Like you said, plausible deniability.
Exactly. See what I mean? I got good at it after.
And did you go tell someone? Listen, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I'm after fucking up your plane.
Oh no! When it came to stuff like that, like, it was straight away. You told the engineer on site, like, look, we're after tearing home the plane. Then he just grounds the plane, takes it into the hangar, replaces the door, tests it.
And everyone's waiting for a...
Well, they always had planes sitting there. Like, they always had spare planes, or they always had something around. There was never really a hassle. That's why I really liked Aer Lingus, because there was never a bother. Like, it wouldn't have been like Ryanair, that's it, there's no more planes, we're not doing the flight anymore.
Were you ever there when there was an emergency landing or something?
The only time I was ever there, I remember there was a fire in one of the, no, it wasn't a fire in the engine, there was a pigeon went into one of the engines of, I can't remember what airline it was, I think it was Delta or something. Pigeon went into the engine seized just as they were about to go over Malahide there. They took off, a seagull went in around there, or a pigeon or whatever it was, and they turned around the emergency landed, but the pilot handled it. He had four turbines, like, so one of them went. It wasn't the end of the world.
I'd be fair bulling if he didn't tear around to wherever he was going. One pigeon took down a whole plane.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd say it was a seagull, to be honest with you, out in Malahide, and the seagulls around Malahide, there's no messing in these lads, like, they're a bit like big shit. Oh yeah, when you walk past and they go, what the fuck are you looking at, like, do you know what I mean? There's no messing in them.
I don't like seagulls.
But they're fucking horrible.
I think people should start eating them. There's too many of them. Like, surely there has to be something they can do with seagulls.
They're bigger than chickens, like.
Yeah. Like, why don't they kill them?
Plenty of meat on that bone, like.
Like, there's loads of homeless people. There's loads of people that need food. Surely that's a food source. Like, what's the difference between a pigeon and a seagull and a chicken? And
people eat pigeons out of dinner.
Yeah. What's it called?
Venison, is that what that is now?
No, it's something.
There's a name for it anyway.
There is. Yeah, no, it's different. I can't fucking think of what it is, but it'll probably come to me as we go. But that was actually how it got introduced to Ireland, I think. Pigeon. People used to eat it, but no one's eating it now. They should eat it. Why not? Did you know there was 25,000 chickens killed last week?
What, around Ireland?
No, in the storm. A chicken house got hit by a bolt of lightning.
I've seen about 40,000 of them getting taken out at once. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, how?
Slaughterhouse.
Oh yeah, I know. But like, you can imagine you're a farmer and one of your sheds has 25,000 chickens. And
struck by lightning or something, isn't it?
Yeah, struck by lightning. They all got killed.
Some fried chicken out there, boy.
And nothing on the news about it. No one cares about the chickens. You know, but what made me laugh was on the same day I'm on a group with a few lads and they drawing the chicken farms. Big Ben Barry and the lads, you know, the famous guys.
Sending pictures of your Mickey, you know.
Yeah, why not? They like something nice to look at every day.
Take a look at this, it's going green.
But hey, imagine though, on the same day that I was hearing about these 25,000 chickens, I happened to turn on Midlands Radio 3 and we're freaking out over this missing dog. So a dog's missing, but 25,000 chickens lost their life and not a word. And I kept thinking about, do you know in Batman where the Joker goes, you know, one little man gets knocked down and loses their minds. It's crazy, isn't it?
Where did this happen, Dave? In your imagination, did it?
No,
that's what it sounds like it happened.
No, this happened.
Where?
This is a real thing.
Yeah. Where?
I don't know.
They're full of shite. Would you stop talking?
I'm not. 25,000 chickens got killed.
Exactly 25,000. It wasn't 24,396.
Could have been. I don't know. Look, we're just dealing in semantics now. And they don't matter.
Sure, look, it's happened now.
It's happened now.
What can I do now?
So the plane's fucked up. You lost your job.
No, I didn't. I got sent for, he got sent for retraining. I just got sent for a day in a classroom.
Did it happen?
Give us a look at that. David Cuddy spreads more rumours on his podcast, The Wolf from the Tree, is 24,396 chickens not dead.
I know. What does it say?
It says your time, right?
Does it say that happened? How many chickens?
25,000.
25,000. You see?
Where did it happen though, Matt?
Mapleton?
That's a fucking made up place. We'll just stop talking shy.
No, where is it? Because we want to be like correct in our information here on the Wood from the Trees. If it was going to
happen anywhere, it'd definitely be somewhere like Indiana or something in America.
Oh, it happened here.
Thursday night of South Mapleton.
Well, look, it happened. That's all. We're going to park that there, right? We're not going to fucking die on this hill, right? 25,000 chickens died, and a dog went missing in leash.
Yeah.
And not a word about the poor old fucking chickens.
Jeez, life is very slow down here, isn't it?
So you're on your rigid.
Yeah.
Right? How long did you stay on the rigid for your dad?
I think I stayed in the rigid for about 4 years.
Then you went on the Arctic.
Then I'd done the Arctic, and some dilemma trying to get my Arctic license at the time. I actually went to go do the test 4 times. I only went out once.
Oh, why?
First time I went there, test at 1 o'clock, let's just say, yeah. Sitting there anyway with Nuri and whatever outside, ready to go. And then I went about 1:15. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, usually they're fairly on the ball, like. And knocked on the door, says, what's the crack? Says, I have a test here for 1 o'clock. He says, oh yeah, your tester went home sick. I was like, what do you mean he went home sick? Yeah, he went home sick. You'll have to get in contact with the RSA. And me there with the fucking lorry outside, me fucking dad sitting beside me.
Did no spare lorry?
Oh, and I had a load to go to the north that night for me in the Arctic. Oh God. Anyway, rescheduled, right? We had 2 trailers the exact same the next time, right? And you have to get them weighed with a bit of a load on them to do your test, and you have to have all the documents of the trailer going up there, right? Grand, no whatever. 2 of them the exact same. Done that during the day before. Dropped the trailer back there. 2 of the trailers packed right beside each other. Very uncommon now. Doesn't happen very often. So anyway, left the trailer there. We went off, done our bits and pieces. Someone loaded the trailer. We had tested and all and got weighed and everything, and took it away to the north. And then the other trailer was sitting right beside it. So I didn't even think of looking at the reg underneath the trailer because I thought that was the trailer. But anyway, went up to do the test. Your man goes, "Oh, that's the wrong trailer on your test. I'm not taking you out." I was like, "For sweet, bang, 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 bang."
So
bang.
you were doing the test in your own lorry?
Yeah, in our own lorry. Yeah, didn't have to. I was lucky enough I didn't have to rent one because me and Dad obviously had a few lorries sitting there. So I was doing the test in an XF 105 manual, and that was a gorgeous lorry. I loved that truck. Went away to Africa then after that, sold for export.
And so on.
I went with a couple of other lorries, I think. You know, I went out on a stag do. You know how these things go, and they never come home. But
I'm going on a stag do next weekend.
Yeah,
and I hope I come home.
I say they're all fucking dreading it. You going?
Oh, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it because there's a booze cruise and stuff, and I'm not a big drinker.
Where are you going?
Oh, Carrick and Shannon.
I could have never guessed.
It's just the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, either there or Galway.
Yeah, Galway is the place to go. When are you going on your stag? When are you getting married?
Another 3 years.
You're engaged now.
Yeah, I'm engaged. Yeah. Do you know what? And I said to her, well, she didn't know about the engagement.
She didn't know you were engaged.
No, she didn't know about the engagement before. I was going to ask her to marry me.
I seen it.
Right.
I
know. And then you took the piss out of me.
No. I just want to say now, he's a romantic.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
So he takes her off to Paris, a lovely Paris on holidays.
Oh yeah.
She didn't even know, did she?
She hadn't a clue.
He had it organised with her bosses, everything. I'm telling you, you're the strainer. You're giving her all the sweet hay first, right?
Oh yeah, too
right. And then you videoed it.
Yeah.
Getting down on one knee in the middle of Paris, Eiffel Tower in the back. It was beautiful.
Did you see the people walking past it not give a shit?
No. It's probably happening. It's probably happening all the time out there.
Oh, you fucking Irish people! Why you come here?
Did she not guess what was going on? Was it a surprise?
She had a bit of a clue, like, you know. So, the Monday or the Tuesday, I walked into her the day before and says, "Here, you have an appointment there tomorrow with Katie, and your mom's going, whatever. This is her hairdresser." She's like, "All right, well, I told her we were going away to Cavan. I told her Cavan.
Fuck me.
I know, yeah. I was setting her up for a real fall there, like, you know. I was like, we're going to Cavan, so we are, and like Cavan's only about 20 minutes up the road from where I live. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she's like, fuck's sake, you could have brought me fucking somewhere else. Anyway, so I'd say she was thinking like, what the fuck's he doing bringing me to Cavan anyway? And then the next day I says, I got your nails done as well, because my missus is real particular about all, like, you know, she doesn't get pictures unless she's all glammed up or whatever. She's got the nails done. Then the next day I says, she's just, you know, fuck it was Valentine's Day or something. And I says, all right, okay, yeah, no bother. And then the Friday, her boss rang her at 12 o'clock and says, oh yeah, enjoy Paris anyway. I told her not to tell her about Paris. I told her she was going away. She goes, enjoy Paris. She goes,
bitch of a boss.
Paris. And yeah, came home, right? And I says, how are you all ready to go? And she goes, are we going to fucking Paris? And I said, yeah, we're going to Paris. And she goes, fuck's sake, Ian, I didn't even have any time to pack. I know, she was delighted anyway. And then she said, yeah, anyway, that was the main thing. But
why did her boss rat you out?
No, her boss is actually sound. She's just
we just like the stain on the wood from the trees that her boss is a rat.
No, they say like.
Where does your wife to be work?
She works for a company in the UK, a telecoms company. You can probably guess what it is, but I'm not going to say it just in case I get in trouble.
Virgin.
That's the one. Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So she works for them over there, and she's high up in the training department and development and whatever like that. So she's a great job with them. She's been working from home since the start of COVID, and absolutely ideal for her. Like, she's been to India and everything with that job. Like, savage job.
Imagine having a job where you get to travel a lot. Sometimes I think it sounds a lot better than it probably is.
Well, she was like basically locked inside this 7-star hotel for 3 weeks straight. Like, couldn't leave. Like, she said, it was
COVID.
Like, it's like, no, it was like a war zone, like out in the streets of Delhi. Like, no, I'm not showing you. Like, it was. They said to her, like, there's a security and police on her hotel at all times. Like, you know, they said, you're a blonde girl, do not go out there on your own. Do not go out there. Like, you'll never be seen again. So she was basically locked inside this.
That's mad.
7-star thing. Yeah,
I'd be worried about that'd be like me in prison.
Yeah,
they'd just
be getting the arse tore out. Yeah,
I wouldn't. Pretty boy like me. I wouldn't last. I'd be someone's bitch in less than a day.
Sure, with the amount you moan, they'd all be looking.
There'd be a queue outside the cell. They'd be all fighting over me, and I'd be there hoping that they'd all kill each other before they could actually do harm to me. I just sit there going, God, I hope someone with a small pinasse.
Yeah. And like you just got the arse bleached and everything off you, like, do you know what I mean?
No, I'm not into that kind of thing. Look at my fashion statement I'm wearing here now today. Do you see that?
Did your mum make that for you?
What?
Is that? Yeah, I'm working. Sorry, I thought I was gone. Did your mum make that for you?
No, my daughter gave it to me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Lily is she's making loads of stuff now. She's making little armbands, and she thinks she's going to start a business.
What do you reckon she's going to do?
Lily,
when she gets older, is she real creative, or what's the story?
She is. It's I've talked about this before. It's so hard to know. They're all so different. They're all under the same roof and they have the same parents, and they're all absolutely different. Lily likes to sit in and read books and make stuff. Clark just likes to go outside and play all the time, and Jane just likes hating me, I suppose. It'd be the best explanation of her. She's just so aggressive.
She's aggressive, is she?
Oh, she's so aggressive.
Where does she get it from?
I don't know. She doesn't get it from me and Vicky, because I'm the least aggressive person ever.
Yeah.
Like you're aggressive enough.
No, not really. No.
I heard you were fierce aggressive. I heard you're fierce aggressive.
Nah, maybe.
No, maybe you're not. But look, I'm just saying, you get out of Larry, your knuckles are all broke up and shite, and you're telling me you have a sore toe.
Yeah. But that was an accident.
Do you like fiddling at Lurry's? Do you do your own fixing?
No, we don't do our own fixing because we have an awful time trying to get our own yard. We rent our own yards, whatever. We've 3 or 4 yards around Dublin at the minute, but just trying to buy anywhere. Like, we've been trying to buy somewhere for the last 5-6 years, but it's just fucking pricey. Everyone, like,
we could use your place now.
No, it wouldn't even be big enough. I wish it would be.
How many lorries have you?
I think it's 20 now at the minute.
20, have you?
21, I think, yeah.
21 drivers?
No, not anymore. No, but there's a couple of lads that have left recently, and you know yourself, drivers are coming and going a lot these days.
It's hard to get drivers now.
I tell you what it is, it's just like, lads, ever since COVID happened, no one's fucking bothered, like, do you know, really aren't bothered, and they really don't want to spend 10 to 15 hours a day in the lorry, like, you know, and that, like, I think the days of lorry driving are coming to an end for the lads stays out in the 15 hours a day, especially over here. It's not enough people in the pool, you know. And anyone that was any half decent, they're all gone to Australia and all, and sure, they look after you in Australia, and over here, sure, it's...
How come you didn't go to Australia?
I was nearly going to go to Australia, and I was...
Nearly never bulled a cow.
Yeah.
Unless the bull's name was Nearly.
Before we bought the house, we were seriously considering it. Like, I was nearly buying my visa. The States is where I wanted to go. The Australia wasn't really my cup of tea, but my missus didn't really like the States, so I was going to go there before I left school. That's where I was going to go there, whatever, and live over there. But I never pulled the trigger. I think I was too afraid to. I like being around home too. How
did you start the social media and the YouTube thing? Because you started that probably before you started lorry driving, did you?
No, I was driving lorries at the time. I'll tell you about that in a second. So I started the social media thing about, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago now, I think. I'm going. And I just started because there was no one making it. Do you know, at the time, and I didn't grow up with television. Like, I'm in a new era where YouTube was my television, like the internet was my television. I was growing up with it. And
it's a lot of porn. That's a lot of porn.
Oh yeah. Still, come here, I'm only telling you, I didn't get to pull up myself today now, and I'm fucking fierce stressed about it, like, you know what I mean?
Let's not talk about that in front of Matt. You could get a mild headache just talking about it, but a migraine if he goes at himself.
Man, you're the only fellow I know whose dick gasps, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my god, man. But yeah, I started it just because no one else was doing it, and I grew up watching Top Gear and all as well, and that was a really big thing in my childhood, and I just wanted to do what Jeremy Clarkson does. That was the aim of it. Like,
is he your hero?
No, not really. No, he's a bit of a dick anyway.
But like, was he?
He was at the time. Yeah.
Was Top Gear your favorite program?
Yeah, Top Gear was.
Was it because you like cars, or just the video, the art of making videos?
That was a bit to do with it. But it was the cars and the adventure. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, 3 lads, 3 cars, or 3 trucks or whatever, and just anywhere, go and just work away with it. And I just loved that, like, you know what I mean? And the production end of it too. I loved the bit of production now. I have to say, I have a bit of a camera sexual, like, you know what I mean? I like me gear, but I just really wanted to do it, and it only really started taking off in the past couple of years, like, since COVID happened. Everyone was at home, and like, and then me and you did the podcast. What was that, 3 years ago? And I was shooting a Women of Prayer on that. I remember I said the other day.
Was that that wasn't your first podcast?
Was it? Well, I done a couple on my own at home, like, just talking shit into the mic for about an hour, and then I says, Dave was really blown up at the time. This is when you were really starting to kick off. Like, you'd done a bit of you'd only started up Instagram, I think that's what it was. And I says, fuck, I'm gonna shoot me shot and see if Dave wants to come on and chat or whatever like that. Sent you the message then. I didn't hear it back for 2 days. I was like, ah, fuck it, you're probably too busy anyway, prick. And then and then I was sitting at home in the bed then, and get a phone call, just random number. I was like, who was this? And then, hey, it's David Cuddy, what's the crack? Do you want to do this podcast or what? I was like, holy shit. And then I was like, yeah, no bother. And then I came down and done the podcast with you. And then ever since then, really, I kind of just pushed it a lot more. And now this year, I really wanted to start my podcast full time. So I've done bits and pieces of podcasts, but never took it serious, like, you know. And then now I've done TV and done bits and pieces with it. And it's growing steadily there, like, you know what I mean? If
you had to pick a job, the perfect job, like, what is your perfect job? What would you like to be getting up every day and doing?
I'd love to get up and do YouTube every day, just to do the vlog of what I do already. I kind of do it right now, but I just wish I had more time. Do you know what I mean? Just get up, vlogging about my week, like, and you know, I like videoing new stuff as well. I've done a couple of videos on us collecting new trucks and stuff like that, and they did really, really well. And just like be around the commercial scene and the car scene, but there's not enough in it over here to do it full time, unfortunately, and it won't pay me mortgage, like, you know.
When you're doing the videos on YouTube, like you said, the production does be high. You know, you're filming the proper way, and like when I started videoing, everyone was like, hey, you're doing it vertical. Now everyone's doing vertical because it's the done thing with TikTok and stuff. But there's an awful lot of time involved in editing stuff like that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
So it's very hard to have a job where you actually have to get your work done and do your videos. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, I find that I get overwhelmed with it sometimes. Like, that's why, like, at least with what you're doing, it's like, it's just point and shoot, pick the camera up and go, like, and there's no editing to it. Well, like, when you put them on YouTube, obviously you put them together or whatever, but there's not really much editing to it.
That's why I'm so far behind.
That's it, yeah, but you're on it every day.
Where's my editing room? The toilet.
Yeah, but at least you're active on it every day. Like, so for me, like, if I put up a video in a month, and I put up a video then the next month, my views suffer from it, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not proactively fucking throwing out content every week, which is what I should be doing, but sure, it's fucking time, like, you know? I do 60, 70 hours a week in the lorry, and then I come home.
But what stops you from just documenting that?
Doing what I do already? Yeah. There's a lot of politics, man, now. It used to be way simpler back then, but now it's like, right, my channel's now at a stage where there's fucking everybody watching it, like, you know what I mean? Like there could be guards watching it, there could be RSA, and I have to be so careful as well, because it's not my company at the end of the day, and there's 20 other people there with jobs, you know what I mean, that are relying on us to keep going. And if I fuck that up for us, like, you know, or if I filming going down the road and an RSA man says, sure, where's your fucking filming permit? We're bollocks. I'm bollocks. I'll lose my license, like, you know. And like, I try and do it as much as I can. And I filmed a trip going away to Holland there recently, and that fucking took off. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. I've done 300,000 views in the first month. Like, it was fucking insane. But there's a lot of politics involved, and people don't really get it, like, you know. And then plus, like, I work for my dad now, like, and I'll put it out there, like, they're not mad about the videos, like, they don't necessarily love them, like, you know, because my dad didn't set out in this game to become a celebrity, like, you know what I mean, but he's involuntarily been.
I think it's because you love poking as well.
Oh yeah.
Like, you done this one video, and when I looked at, everyone started messaging me this post you up, and the minute I seen it, I was there. Ian, you did this deliberately to annoy people.
I did it, yeah.
Someone asked the question, what's the average pay for a lorry driver? And you said something fucking ridiculous.
Something between 1,200 and 1,500 euro a week.
And every fucking lorry haulier in the country went, what the fuck?
I didn't know. That's stupid questions and fucking get a stupid answer. I never text random people going, what are you making a week, like? Do you know what I mean? It was just, to be honest with you, I was more pissed off, and I was like, right, if you want a fucking stupid question, I'll give you a stupid answer, like, you know what I mean? But like, obviously you don't.
You must have got some amount of messages that week.
Some amount of job applications. Yeah. It worked.
Everyone wanted to work for grants that week.
Oh, fucking right. And then sure, everyone to still be talking about. Obviously, I was talking out my hoop, like, you know what I mean? Even my brother I texted my brother the next day. I says, did you get many emails last night? He just texted me back, yes.
Do you get on with your brother?
Yeah. We actually didn't really get on when we were younger. When we lived at home, we all used to fucking kick the head off each other, like, you know. But when he moved out and he had a little baby boy or whatever, and that was about 5 or 6 years ago now, then we really started getting on. Like, we did get on before, but we really get on now. Same with my little brother. My little brother is one of my best friends, and so is Shane, but Shane's very busy. But we get on now. But years ago we used to fucking kick the shit out of each other, you know, living in the same house, 3 boys, fighting at the fridge for whatever came home in the shopping and stuff like that, you know.
And your younger brother is doing videos and stuff as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Ben some space where he is. He's the funniest fellow I know. I swear to God, the stuff that comes out of his mouth is fucking.
What's the age difference between you?
He's 20. He's 21, so I'm 5 years older than him, and my older brother's 3 years older than me.
You'd imagine you'd be closer to him when you've more in common. then he's so busy in kids and
with Shane. Yeah, he's real busy. Like, and he runs the show. Like, he runs Grand Transport. Like, like my dad does a bit, and there are a couple other people that do other bits and pieces. But he is Grand Transport. You know what I mean? Like, people would often say to me, "Oh, when your dad retires, would you take over?" I says, "No, that's his. You know, that's his baby. Like, and I'll happily give it to him. I've no interest in taking over. That's his baby, and I'll help him if he needs it. You know." But my thing is the YouTube and the podcasting and the social media end of it. You know.
If you had to pick the nicest lorry work that you do, what would you do?
I think I told you before, I was doing steel work at the time, but I kind of changed my mind after that now, because when in the winter and the summer it can change. Like, you could be 24 degrees outside and you're chaining down loads of steel and you'd be pulling your arse out yourself, you'd be sweating. And then I really have to say, I've done that continent trip since the last time I was on to you. I would do that every week.
Would you like to do that?
I'd love to do it. Like, the people say there's a lot more politics to it when you get over there, and you know there's a few bad sides to it, whatever. But I just loved it. I just loved the fact that you're gone and no one ringing you, no one asking you for directions, no nothing. You're just off and you park up for the night and you don't know where you are. You don't know anyone around you. You're fucking. I love just walking into a random pub and just sitting there and talking to people. Like, do you know what I mean? Talking to new people all the time. That's my. I really like doing that. If I ever have time to myself, that's what I go and do. Walk into a random pub and just start talking to people.
With the aid of a few drinks and
just I just love going out there, like, and just being in somewhere completely different, put myself in a different situation.
Because you bought a house in somewhere that's not.
I've never been there before in my life. No.
Are you friends with the neighbours now?
Yeah, neighbours are sound, man.
Older or younger?
They're all older. Yeah, so the direct next door neighbour to me, they're in their like 40s, 50s, and kids are like 16, 17 or whatever. Their kids are nearly left home or whatever. And then the house up the road, his kids are all real young, and he's in his 40s, 45. But I think he's the same age as you.
I'm 42. Let's calm down there.
Yeah,
right,
yeah. Well, you look a bit older now. Since
I know.
The last time I seen you.
I know. Imagine.
But yeah, the neighbours are cool as the breeze, and I actually park in my next door neighbour's farm. I parked the lorry and trailer there. If I don't just have the tractor on home, you know what I mean. So they're fucking lovely people, man. I have to say, got real lucky when I bought the house.
Every once in a while, you drift away from the family business.
Yeah,
and you've went into sales.
Yeah, selling.
How did you get into that?
It was another thing again. Look, I grew up mad to get into the car trade. I wanted to be a mechanic. As I said, couldn't get an apprenticeship when I was younger because the time we were in. And I always wanted to be in the car trade. I always wanted to be in the motor trade. Didn't know I wanted to sell them until I got into it. And I started valeting cars at home then to try and get into it. Like, I tried to build my own thing into it. I like cleaning cars anyway, so I started doing my neighbours' cars, families, you know, whatever. And then that grew legs and started to get paid for it then, and that was getting busy enough. So I was coming home from work and coming home doing valets.
This is while you're doing the lorry?
Well, I was driving the Ridge, yeah. So I was coming home every single day and doing valets and 25 degrees heat in the sun out in the back garden. And then I said, fuck, I'm going to go chase this job, because a sales position came up in a Toyota garage in the south side of Dublin. Now, that would have been about 80 kilometres away from my house at the time. And they offered me the job and I took it. And I drove up and down to Sandyford from Drogheda every single day of the week. And I did that for about 6 months. And
how do you go from cleaning cars to selling them? Like you seen an ad coming up.
Yeah.
And you rang them and go, look, I'd love to do this. I've never done it before.
Come in for an interview. And then it was I can't remember, there was a certain name on it. It wasn't a salesperson's job. It was a junior sales, whatever. So they taught me the way or whatever. And I remember I nearly made my first sale, and this way I think this is nearly why I left. I had made a sale on this Yaris, right? This fella came in, fucking absolutely lovely fella. Talking away to him for about an hour. I was working this. I was fucking selling. I was only 3 weeks in the job, but I knew I loved it. I was in there and then he had a sold to him, whatever. He says, yeah, John, I'm going to take it, because it was for his mother, and everyone on the south side has a few bob. Do you know what I mean? So there was no question, there was no finance, no nothing. He was just coming in, he was buying that car that day, and I was looking after him. And then my fucking sales manager walked over and he took it at me, and he says, Ian, you go out there and do that. I says, I look after this fella here. He took it at me. And
was that your money? Like, do you lose out money then?
Yeah. I lost out my commission on that. Like, he just took it.
What a wanker.
Yeah. But he was my boss, you know. So I got a real fucking beamy bonnet about that now. That really fucking annoyed me, like, you know. So anyway, and I was travelling from fucking Drogheda to Sandyford. I was coming 80 kilometres down, 80 kilometres home.
What was the money like?
Shy. It was shy. It was 380 quid a week or something. It was nothing, like. And like, by the time you put diesel in your car and all, shit, fucking nothing left, like. And so I left that, and then I went actually selling lorries then. I got a job in Emerald Ivecos, selling Ivecos, and the sales manager there was he was selling, man. He just knew, I knew lorries, I knew how to sell, even though I was only 3 months at it, like I was only new in the game, like he just let me at it, and I sold loads of stuff there. I I sold about 8 vans, and then I sold 1 or 2 tractor units in a space of about 6 months. And I got really going well when I was working there.
Why?
I was going a little bit too hard, and I put myself into hospital with cardiac arrest.
How?
I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing.
And you had cardiac arrest?
Yeah. One day I was on my way up to Greenogue one day in the car with another salesman going to pick up a van from the lot, and fucking my heart was just fucking, I was just bring me to the hospital, man, and fucking went into cardiac arrest, and I was grand. The heart attack never happened, thank God. It was just, they sat me in there and water calmed me down. I was just real, I don't know, it was in my own head.
You had a panic attack?
A really bad panic attack, but it was in.
Don't be frightened me with fucking cardiac arrest.
No, yeah, but it was really bad now at the time, and I used to smoke cigarettes and smoke a lot of weed and whatever at the time. Now this is, I wasn't driving trucks or whatever, and that day, cigarettes, everything stopped that day. That one day changed my whole career, changed my whole life, put it that way.
And I think
I was going down a bad path at the time.
What does sales sound stressful?
Very stressful, yeah.
So are you counting on whatever you sell to make your money? Do you start at a basic and then
you start? Yeah. So the basic, especially back then, was shite. You wouldn't even get 400 quid a week. It was nothing. It was really, really bad. And people say, 400 quid isn't that bad. It is bad if you have to drive up and down from Drogheda every day for it and burst your arse and then make 150 phone calls a day and deal with people in the garage, and then you have to and then everyone has politics as well when you work in a place.
Can I ask a question about when you work in a car garage or a lorry garage?
Yeah.
So you get paid extra for the sales you make.
Yeah. You make commission on every sale.
Right. You're all sitting there. You're all standing around.
Yeah.
And the door opens and someone walks in. So how is this not happening? No, you fucking grabbing people by the fucking leg and pulling them down and breaking them out of the way. Who says who goes?
In Toyota they had a great system, so all the calls went through a receptionist called Hayley. She's a lovely girl, and basically she had a sheet, so she'll send the first call over to just say Alan in the corner.
But someone walks in.
Oh, someone walks in, yeah. Well, it's usually the first person who gets onto them, and then some salesmen have different roles. So some lads could just be on the used stuff. Do you know, because the Toyota garage I worked in, they had 100 used cars in stock, so there was plenty to choose from, there wasn't no shortage of what he had, and nothing he couldn't get. And then there was 1 or 2 lads that just done new. They only do new because they're wizards. They just bash them out like it's nothing, take orders and stuff like that. And then there was me, where I was a junior, where I wasn't really meant to get anyone. I was usually meant to get leads off the sales manager. He was if he had just say an auntie or whatever that was what needed to buy a car, he says, here, go after her, treat her well or whatever, and see if you can get her to buy something. And usually I always did. I always sold cars. I was very good at selling. And then in the lorry garage there was,
would you be flirting with the women now?
Oh yeah, the older ones got it big time. Do you know what I mean? I dropped.
They got it.
Oh, they got it. Yeah.
Got it.
No, they got the Ian experience.
Oh, the charm.
Yeah, exactly,
right. Jesus.
Yeah. No,
I was just about to put my name in for some fucking.
No, but I bust my ass at that. I used to fucking pick their cars up at 8 o'clock at night and if they're trading in the car or whatever, their car needed a service, I went down, I picked it up and brought it up there, got service from them, and I cleaned the cars myself.
I'd say as a salesman you're caught rotten if you don't have the backup of everyone around you.
That's why I left it a couple of years ago, is because
you buy off people.
You're relying on everyone else. The last place I worked in, I swear to God I won't work for anyone else again after that. I worked in this place. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on my own, and my own house. I'm gonna send my own lorries outside my own house. That's what I want to do in the future. But I worked in a place, and if a customer came in, he was picking a blue lorry, right? He didn't even want this lorry. He was just buying it for a driver that he didn't know was going to stick with him. So I had to try. I actually really had to sell this lorry, and he has all Scanias, and the particular brand he had, I was selling, he did not want it, and no one really wants them at all. And
I know what it is.
Yeah. But anyway, I was horsing out trying to sell them, and he bought it. He bought into me. He knew I knew what I was talking about, and he bought it. And so I said, right, give us a week. I'll have it ready for you in a week. No matter. So I said to the garage lads, that needs a service. If it needs pads and this, fucking put them on it. I don't care if I make nothing out of it. I'll lose my commission. I don't care. I want this fella to, buy a new one at me in 6 months' time. That's the idea of it. And I wanted a light bar on it. There was no light bar on this lorry. A light bar, a couple of spots and a couple of beacons. That was it. And then valeted, obviously. So anyway, the lads have been fighting over it all week. I left the job with them. Now, we weren't busy at all. There was nothing going on other than what I was doing and 1 or 2 of the other lads. And I came in on the Saturday morning. That was the day of the handover. Came in, the lorry was filthy. The dashboard was taken out of the lorry. There was the whole lorry was in shite. It was in bits, everything. And I says to the lads, was it serviced? No, the main lad told us not to service it. It's not in it. And that day I walked straight.
Then you look like a cunt.
Oh yeah, I walked straight upstairs and I told him I can't work here. I can't work here.
Was he ratty?
No, I don't even want to talk about it, but I knew that there was already a lot of other stuff that happened before that I put up with, but that day I was just like, do you know what? I says, I put my heart and soul into this, trying to sell your business, and you're making me look like a cunt. So I couldn't do it after that, and then I just walked away from it. And I says, I'm never doing it again unless I'm doing it on my own, because you can't rely on anyone else.
If you had to choose a vehicle to sell, or would it be lorries or cars?
Lorries, yeah, because I know them. Cars are fine to sell and all, but like you get, I said this here before, it's like TikTok, you get everybody with cars, but with lorries you get the lads that know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's like using your forestry machinery. Like, you know, only certain people can sell them, like, cause they know what you're talking about. Like you talk about, you need a different head on the machine. You know, like you could go into a young lad and tell you, oh, I need this specific thing put on the car. What the fuck is that? Do you know what I mean? But with lorries, like, you have to know your shit, like, you know, and you learn so much, like, you know what I mean? You meet some characters in my game, like, and that's why I love doing it, but I just hate relying on other people, you know.
Would you be losing the love for driving lorries now on the road?
Yeah, big time, yeah. Especially over last year. Only when I came back from Bali there, I fell back in love with it, because I rented a moped over there. And I was sure I do fucking like 5,000 kilometers a week or whatever it is, between the car going up and down to work and then in the lorry or whatever else. And I was over in Bali there, and me was like, we went to moped. I was terrified of bikes, to be honest with you. I used to have scramblers years ago, and I came off them a couple of times, and I got a bit of a fright off them. So I said, anyway, after a couple of drinks, I said, fuck it, I'm going to go down and rent this thing. I was half cut, right? And there was no traffic laws over there. So I rented a moped anyway. I was driving home, and I was like, this is cool. Like, and there was fucking mad going on. 30 million people on this island, same size as Dublin, this place, right? Tiny little island, 30 million people.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wasn't mad about it, but it was just the buzz. Like, you're on the moped and there's 100 other mopeds coming up beside you, and everyone beeps at you just to let you know you're going past. Do you know what I mean? So you're like, fuck, I'm half cut, getting beeped at me by about 1,000 Indonesian people, trying to find my way home in the dark on this island that I've never been around in my life.
Are they not super poor?
Oh yeah, man, the poverty over there is disgraceful. Like,
so when you're walking around, do you not feel pissed off, or does anyone like, are they all looking for something?
Man, they're all delighted. They don't give a shit, man. Like, you're over here stressing about your jumper and clothing line. Over there, man, they don't give a fuck, man. They're going around sweeping the streets, they don't give a shit. Like, no hustle and bustle over there. It's just life, you know what I mean? They live in paradise, sure. Do you know what I mean? When you walk around there and the place is paradise, but
it's not just fucking shite on the ground everywhere.
It's not that bad. It's not the shite on the ground everywhere, because it's real touristy. Like, their whole industry is tourism over there. Like, they don't do anything else. No factories. There's no, you know, industry other than tourism over there. So they rely massive on the tourism end of things. Like, so when COVID happened, our tour guide was telling us they were going around picking plastic bottles off the side of the road for 50 cents a day, like for 15-hour days. Like, so it was fair bad, like, you know.
Someone sent me videos out there. Now, maybe it wasn't exactly out there, but it was around that area.
Yeah.
And I thought he was Joe. I still don't know. But when they want to poop, they're just walking around, they're doing their business next thing, just sit down and poop.
Yeah.
Walking on the street.
Not in Bali now. There was an island off Bali that we went to, Nusa Penida, but yeah, that's what you do. Yeah.
That actually happens. So you're out and there's food stalls, and there's little bars, and there's everyone selling their thing.
Oh, there's obviously toilets in some of the bars or whatever, but
yeah, but they poop on the ground.
There's usually a hole in the ground. Yeah, and they shit into that, like. Do you know what I mean? In Nusa Penida, it was very, very bad, because Nusa Penida is really out there, like, you know what I mean?
Fucking brilliant.
It's mad. It's actually mad. Like, when you're over there, you come home and you appreciate the shit of everything you have when you come back from a place like that, like, you know.
What were you looking forward to coming home to the most?
Just have everything I have.
How's the food like?
Oh, I was rotten. I was fucking pouring the ring out of myself for the first 5 or 6 days. I lost a stone over there, like, and you know me, I'm a skinny fella. Like, I lost a stone over there, like,
just from the food, just making you sick. Did you have to get shots?
Yeah, I got 6 injections before I went. Hep A, Hep B, tetanus, typhoid, everything. I got loads of stuff before I went there. And then I got over there. Like, you get, like, I say sick, like, I wasn't sick, like, I was just shiting the whole out myself, like, you know, it's just falling out of me, like. Jeez. Sorry for the listeners, that's pretty big grim.
Listeners don't mind, they're well used to it.
But when I was over there, whatever, and then after that it was grand, but between the heat, shiting yourself to death, the rotten food, and oh my god, it was just
sounds horrible.
It wasn't.
Sounds like the worst holiday ever. For 16 days, it was like shiting yourself. 30 million people shiting everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, the
food's rotten.
It was rotten. And you walk outside, right? And
it's probably too hot for sex.
Oh no, there's air conditioning in the room, Dave.
Oh, well then you're grand.
Jesus, I'm surprised I'm not a father now at this stage now, to be honest with you. But
would you like to be a father?
Yeah, not right now though.
You're very young.
A bit too young, and I've a lot I want to achieve. And you know what I mean? I need that time that I don't already have. Do you get me?
Go on, tell me. I want to hear about all the stuff you're going to achieve.
All the stuff I'm going to achieve.
Yeah.
I really wanted it. When I came home from Bali there, I really decided that I was going to take the social media thing seriously, whereas before I took it and left it. Like, I made it as a suit me, and then now I really want to. Ideally, I'd love to do television, but sure, television's gone. Like, do you know what I mean? Television isn't really a thing anymore, especially with what I do. I just wanted to do well.
I have everyone that I talk to in the business tells me not to say things like this, but I have a hate for television and media.
You have a hate for it?
No, it's just that if this is how everyone wants their famous people and their influencers, they want them stupid, they want them with no opinion, or a very bland, very pushable opinion.
Yeah, and they're always really soulless, and they'll sell their granny for a tenner. Like, do you know what I mean? They're selling. See some of them.
Some grannies are only worth a tenner.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, they'd sell the fucking. There's a couple of other truck YouTubers, right? That, like, in the UK, and they sell this bleeding fitness drink. Like, you know, like, this lad's 20 odds down, like, and he's selling a drink that's like meant to be your, you know what I mean, your meal prep or whatever. I'm not shitting on him, like, but fuck's sake, like, there's a time and a place, like, do you know what I mean?
Could you imagine if you were doing television?
I did it, man, and it's fucking jeez.
Like, you've no control over anything, do you?
Oh, and they fucking hung you as well. They'd hang you. They don't care. They're looking for the drama, you know. They're looking for the tea, as they say. And it's just it's fucking. It's not really for me. That's why I like going down the route I'm doing, because there's no limit to what I can do. Like, you know what I mean? I can put my stuff out worldwide. Do you know what I mean? There's no cap on what I can do or where I can touch. But with, you know, you do television in Ireland, like, you'd be lucky if you made it to any skill in up to north, like, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? And it's all the people that watch are all in their 50s, 60s and 70s, like, do you know what I mean? It's no market over here for it.
I think it's cool that anyone that wants can pick up a phone and just do what they want.
Yeah.
Create whatever they want. Imagine the freedom we have now. Like, it has its negatives.
Like, look at you, man. You're a prime example of it, like. Do you know what I mean? How many followers do you have?
But what's an example of? It's an example of you can get so far and it means nothing.
Yeah, but it's not what it means. It's like you never set out to do what you're doing really now, did you? Like, did you think 5 years ago or 6 years ago when you picked up the camera that you were going to have a thriving business, a full-time podcast, a media outlet? You know,
I don't, but I'm 40.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 42.
Yeah, but you're on the cool side of 40, you know what I mean? You're not on the real, you know, uncool dad side of 40.
But I'm in the same as you. I'm in a very, very nice position that if no one can make me do anything, and if this all goes fucked in the morning, they take everything off me, I still tip Anne to work tomorrow evening. I make my money. You know, I'm not going to starve. I still pay my bills.
Yeah.
But if you're like, how many people do you know now? Oh, I'm going to go to social media full time now. I'm going to leave my job and I'm going to chase my dream. What is the dream? The dream is
because on Instagram, like, it's not really much of a dream. Like,
this is the dream. This is what they're all racing to. Somebody controlling everything you say.
Yeah.
So you have loads of people rushing towards this level of control. It's mental.
It's not for me now.
I think it's fucking crazy.
But like, it's especially with people who are on social media and they're so vague. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they don't actually have a what they do. Like, if you had to sit down and say, oh, what do you do? Oh, I do social media. Yeah, but what do you do, like, on social media? Oh, I just talk about my day. You know, like, that's not. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, with what I do, it's about things. It's not. I try not to make it about me. Obviously, it is now about me or whatever what I do now. But like, I try and make it about something. It's a topic. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's motor and commercial. You know, whatever, travel the other time if you wanted to say that, but it's like, at least it's about something. Do you know, I can always say that, even if exactly like what you said, if I walk away tomorrow and what was it all about, it was like, I just wanted to put content out there for people to watch that are like me, that want something to watch, because there's nothing but shite out there. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of people making content and good content too, but like, there's not enough of it, especially not over here.
There's some other people making content and they're looking at them when you know them. Do you know when you know someone that's making content? And you're there thinking, oh, you fucking dickhead. That is not you.
He's talking about me again.
No. I'm not. There's just so many. And you go, that is not you.
Yeah.
And then you're wondering, when you get cut out, you'll be wondering why you're cut out.
I know.
Because you're just not being you.
I'm fucking making it awfully easy to yourself as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, I seen I won't say the name of the podcast, but I was listening to a podcast that my sister-in-law was listening to. And I didn't get all, but they were Irish ones. And they were talking about how women should have absolute pride and be so happy about wanting what they want, that the average woman is right and should be so proud of her wanting this man with. And these are the words they use, right? 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 inches.
Well, me and you are about bollocks anyway.
Yeah, but it's irrelevant though. It's irrelevant. Could you imagine? You flip it. Imagine I'm a 20-year-old male and I come onto my podcast and I go, no, I don't want fat chick.
Yeah.
And fat shaming. And if I go on and I say, I don't want a girl that's been fucked by every lad in the county, I'm slut shaming. No, you can do what you want, but a guy can't say that now.
Oh, stop it now.
It's mental. So what is it? What is it teaching people? Because men figure out very early, right, to know your standards and to lower them, because you're you're the guy that has to get rejected all the time. Wait. You can want these hot ones, but you have to walk over when I know there's no slow sets on now, right? But you have to walk over and you go, hey, do you want to dance? No. And walk off with your tail between your legs. But most guys don't go on like that, and they couldn't dare.
No.
And this is what women are listening to now. Imagine. And there's no, and this, oh, well, when I have the baby and he has to come home at 5 o'clock in the evening because I have my work done, so they want successful males that are home at 5 o'clock in the evening. I don't know about you, right? And I don't know about you, but I don't know many successful males that can be home at 5 o'clock in the evening. It doesn't happen. It's a fallacy.
I'm nowhere near successful. I'm nowhere near successful. I'd be lucky to be home before 8 o'clock, and I left at 4 o'clock that morning. Like,
I know you are successful. We're all fierce lucky to be able to pay our bills. Do you know, when you can go to bed at night and you're not worrying, oh, is this payment going to be met? Then you're lucky.
Oh, I worry about that stuff all the time.
We all do. I'm worried. You know, we all do. But you're not 10 payments behind on your mortgage. Yeah. You're missing your car payments. You're not saying, right, I'm going to feed the kids. I'm going to get the shop before I can do that. Everyone struggles, but you're handling it. Yeah. But like it's like they're real problems.
But there's a lot of people that, you know, like, that are 10 payments behind, but it's only their own fucking fault that it happened, like, and it's not, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people out there that are fucking idiots, like, do you know what I mean?
You can, but you can get caught. I was often fucking behind them.
Sure, so was I, but
it's just, look, it's fucking crazy. There is people out there that have no money, and I feel sorry for them, but there's a lot of fucking people that I don't feel sorry for. Yeah. Like, if you're at home every day and you know every PlayStation game, and you know all the hit songs, and you know all the latest Instagram posts, you're lazy.
I hate when people tell me, man, that they're busy and they're at home cutting the grass at 4 o'clock, half hour in the afternoon.
I cut the grass today.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't even have time to do it. My missus GTA'd me lawnmower right out of my shed. I swear to God, she grand theft out. I came home and she had the grass cut, and she had it cut well.
Right?
No, I know she's done a better job than me than I've done. And I've figured out this lawnmower for the past 6 weeks. I swear to God, me and this lawnmower aren't getting on at all, right?
Why?
It's just, I was there thinking, and I love riding on lawnmowers, right? My whole life I wanted one. Sounds real sad, but I really wanted one.
Every man wants a lawnmower.
Since I was about 13, I wanted to ride on a lawnmower. Didn't care, even if I lived in an estate.
Sorry, say that slower.
What?
Since you were 13, you wanted to ride on a lawnmower or ride on lawnmower?
Oh, I've done that already.
Oh, Chris is on a lawnmower.
Yeah, me and the dog.
so you have your lawnmower.
Huh?
You have your lawnmower.
I got the lawnmower, right? Sold me a little blue Fiesta for it, right? And got the lawnmower. That's just me. The fucking thing keeps getting clogged up every time. Literally, I do one line in the grass, go and empty it, thing's clogged up. Go back out, unclog it, go back out, cut like literally a couple of meters, go back out and empty it, thing's clogged again. Oh, stop.
Have you wet grass?
No, it's dry as bone.
Just a shy lawnmower?
No, there's dog shit all over it, and I don't pick it up with a shovel, so I suppose that probably gets clogged.
How big is your fucking dog?
She's not here, man. She's like that size. She's big.
Big shite.
Yeah, it's not even, it's just the volume of them, like, do you know what I mean? They're everywhere.
That's the worst about
like landmines.
That's the worst about big dogs.
Oh, yeah.
It's great though that your woman's out on the lawnmower.
Yeah, sure, come here. She's mad to go, man. I call her Mrs. Progress, like, because she does not sit still, like, do you know what I mean? She's worse than me, like. I said to her, I'll cut the grass tomorrow, I'll be home tomorrow. I started at 4 o'clock tomorrow, I didn't get home till 9 o'clock at night, like, give me a break, like. And she goes, yeah, right now, but I'll give you a break. And then she fucking robbed the keys to me shed, went in, commandeered me lawnmower, done an excellent fucking job on it, and then she goes, now, I cut the grass. How about that? Can't say I don't cut the grass anymore.
See, the best thing and the worst thing about a woman like that is that some lads, we need it.
Yeah.
Vicky makes me progress through life.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be at nothing if it wasn't for Vicky.
Exact same. I wouldn't have anything I have if it wasn't for her. Honestly, and I say you say, oh, I got the house. It's not my house at all. It's our house. It's half hers. Like she. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have anything. I would not have nothing. Trust me, nothing. I'd blow me money, man. If I got 10 grand in the morning, it'd be gone by probably 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, do you know what I mean? Honest to God. So
hey, look, some men need women. I fucking need my woman anyway. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Yeah, I'd be lost without my missus now, I have to say.
Would you be lonely now when you get home and she wouldn't be there?
Yeah, man. When you like, I feel bad even tonight. Like, so I came down here. I'm staying down here tonight, and I was on the way down there. I was like, it won't hit me now, right? But when I get into that lorry now,
don't tell me you're gonna cry.
Close the door.
If you say you're gonna cry, I'm gonna fucking.
I'll bawl. No, I'll be straight on FaceTime. I'll be like, "What are you doing?" Because I love being at home, like, because I have the dog and her there, and everyone's there. But
is the dog like a little baby?
Oh yeah, she's like a little child. She is. Yeah, she's thick as a pile of stones as well. It's so funny. She literally
stupid.
Oh, stupid. Oh, so stupid, man. So funny. She need to choke herself out in the lead trying to chase someone, like, do you know what I mean? And then she
can dogs be on the spectrum?
Oh, well, my dog's miles off the spectrum.
They can't they?
We have an older dog as well, and a 15-year-old Chihuahua, and Jesus Christ, she knows what you're thinking, like, this dog, right? But my other dog, Daisy, the golden retriever, she ran full steam ahead straight into the path, tripped over the path and straight into the side door. How she didn't go through?
Is it a girl dog or boy dog?
Girl, yeah. Girls are way easier to
Do you get it neutered?
No, not yet, no. I know, I want her to be able to fuck. You know what I mean? I want her to have a couple of puppies.
Yeah, and make money on them.
No, not even. I'd keep 2 or 3 of them probably.
No, don't.
Why?
They'll fuck each other.
Yeah, but what if I keep them all girls? 69,
lick each other out, I suppose, did it?
Would it be 1850, 69, 69, 69 up in my house, you know what I mean?
I wanted to get a number plate 69 on my Jeep, but then I realised it was €1,000.
Yeah, I know, yeah, I was there. I tried to get 540 on the lorry and they says, oh yeah, well it's €1,000 and you might not get it. I was like, oh,
€1,000. Like, come on.
And
like, isn't that a joke?
And what was the VRT on your Jeep? Probably 20 odd grand, was it? Something stupid like that.
Don't know.
Yeah. Wasn't it? I didn't pay for it anyway.
I don't know what the VRT is. I haven't a clue. Come here. You're after going back at the podcast full blast. Set up the garage, the whole lot done.
Set up everything, yeah. Spent a few bob. And I started a couple of years ago with you. You were the very first guest. And was it the very first podcast you ever did? That one? There you are now. See, you wouldn't never got this if it wasn't for me.
People see I think I'm a dick. I try my best. Like.
Yeah. Now, in fairness, I appreciate you doing that at the time because I was that size when you said, yeah, no bother. And then ever since I've been here, just to let you all know, I've been number 1 on that friends list. That's why he's been real quiet about that.
I try to help anyone that messages me.
Yeah.
And you just realise as you get by, most of them are all shortcuts.
Oh yeah. A lot of them are. A lot, especially on the social media things. I try and keep it as real as I am. Like me on the camera and me.
Just don't start doing OnlyFans. I don't want to see that.
I'm getting an extension and something has to pay for it, like, you know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake.
Because you're after telling me what you do on a lawnmower with your dog, and I don't think everyone wants to see that.
Yeah, she sits down there and she just goes along with me, like, do you know what I mean?
Before we go,
I
ask most people these few questions. We'll just zip through them real quick.
That's a real fancy book.
Let's look, it's my book. And at Christmas, they're going to be for sale.
Ew.
If you could make one phone call to heaven, who would you call?
Who would I call? I'd ring God and ask him what's up. I would.
You would? And what would, like, what's up with what?
What's up? Just, what's up? What's going on?
Do you believe in God?
No.
At all?
No, I believe obviously there's a power behind something, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe anything's a fluke, but I don't believe in the church or anything like that, you know what I mean?
You're not, so when shit hits the fan, you don't go, please God.
No. I Google him.
Would you like yourself if you met yourself?
No, I fucking hate myself, man.
Would you though?
Nah, I wouldn't. I love myself. I'm the realist. Well, I try to be. I'm the same person as I am on camera as I am in real life. Sometimes I'm a bit tired. That's about it.
If you had to ask one person a question and had to answer truthfully, had to.
Oh yeah.
Right, with magic.
Yeah.
Who and what would you ask?
I don't know. That's it. I don't know. I actually genuinely don't know. It's too many questions. No, I'd probably say I'd probably ring up your man in Shell there and say, what's the crack with the price of petrol? Like, do you know what I mean? Tell me the answer.
Jesus Christ, your father would be bullying because he only worries about diesel.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I know. But don't worry about that.
Who brings you the most happiness in your life?
Definitely my fiance, 100%. 100%. If it wasn't for her, I'd have nothing. And she's been through with me through a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't still even be here today if it wasn't for her. Do you know what I mean? Definitely saying that.
Oh, that's
the truth.
That's fucking love, isn't it?
Yeah. I do. I love the bounds of her, 100%.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry about putting up that post with the clown music.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get you back, don't worry.
I will never propose to Vicky again in Paris. That'll never happen.
I'll sit on that for a couple of years, don't worry.
Do. You'll be a while trying to get me to do something romantic like that. And when I do it in the privacy in my own home.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a very romantic guy. I'm very low-key about it.
Yeah. It just doesn't happen that often, doesn't it?
It happens all the time. Like Vicky said to me last week, she was making a fence. She was fencing all the bottom.
Yeah.
And without her even asking, I took the fence poles out of the Jeep and put them on the ground for her.
Fuck me, man. Here, taken and now here.
Hey, well, I wasn't asked.
She loves when I take the poles out.
I done it without being asked.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Ian, thanks a million for coming on.
No bother, man. Thanks for having me.
At such short notice.
Oh, yeah. See, look, fucking giving out about me on Instagram and you rang me 3 hours ago.
Never give out about you in a serious way. It's always in a loving, caring way.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to the show in...
that might, hopefully it happens. I might be going to Holland tomorrow, so I don't know yet.
And make sure to listen to him on his podcast. And you have how many there now? There's 3.
Yeah, it'd be 3. It'd be 4 now tomorrow.
4 now tomorrow. Who have you tomorrow?
Nadia from Ashford Motors. Lovely woman.
Very good. Very good. And people say she's just a big pair of tits.
Yeah, no.
And that is not the case.
Yeah, no, there's a whole other side to her that everyone would be very interested in.
Can't wait to hear it. Can't wait to hear it. So again, thanks, Ma.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ian.
No,
and I will see you next week.
Good luck.
Good luck.